Storm Watch brought to you by Troy Built, and you could use a snowblower for much of these weather conditions across the country. And of course, Storm Watch is brought to you by us, the Weather Network, your #1 source for complete and accurate forecasts. Thanks for joining us on your Monday. Back to work, back to school for many across the nation, but many school cancellations, bus cancellations as a result of a big winter storm. Let's get you into the story on the East Coast first. At one point, there were 9 out of 10 provinces that had warnings. That's still the case as we get into the rest of your Monday. But look at the East Coast, lit up like a rainbow. We see the yellow indicating wind warnings. We could see wreck house wind warnings down through the southern parts of Newfoundland. Rainfall warning. So with the warm front that will move in first, we're going to see a significant warm up. Yarmouth, Nova Scotia has already been at 10 degrees already today. But as the day goes on, we're going to see a cold front move through, and much like it just did in Ontario, we're going to freeze up those roads very quickly. We could see periods of freezing rain as well. We do now have a flash freeze warning for Moncton up through Edmundston, Bathurst, Fredericton, and St. John. All of those regions will see a drop in temperatures, rapid drop. So make sure you be very careful out on the roads if you have to be out, although I recommend you don't go out. So again, it'll start off as that rain. You see that mixing line back to the west through Quebec City. But as we get into the rest of the day, that will push east, and that mixing line becomes that dangerous freezing rain potential and mixed precipitation potential as well. Into Gander, Newfoundland, and Deer Lake, that's by Monday overnight. You've got the mixed conditions there, and then rain down towards the southern shores. Nathan Coleman has been braving this storm like he does all of them on the East Coast. Here's the latest. Yeah, notice how Nathan has no gloves on, no hat, and he's okay because of this mild warm-up, but it's not going to last long, folks. There's a look at the winter storm warnings in the lighter pink and in the darker pink through Corner Brook. That is a freezing rain warning. This will really depict what's going on. Here's the warm front. So we have this surge of air from the south. That's going to warm things up significantly into the double digits, as I mentioned. They've already seen that. Same for you, Newfoundland, but behind that cold front, expect the winds to shift more westerly. Big time cool down, flash freeze potential. Stay tuned throughout the day. In my Science Behind the Weather, I'll talk a little bit about what a flash freeze is. Cold air, cold Arctic air moves in for much of Quebec and Ontario and then into the East Coast as well. Here's a look at the rainfall amounts. 15 to 30 millimeters is possible, 30 to 50 down through southern New Brunswick. Slushy. We had everything from ice pellets to freezing rain to straight snowfall, and a lot of it. Now it turns to snow squall potential because the storm is now pushed off to the east. So Godrich through Owen Sound, Barrie, you are under a snow squall, or excuse me, a blizzard warning, and that's because we could see blizzard-like conditions. And just as a reminder, that's 4 hours of snow, that's 40-kilometer-an-hour winds. This is at least 4 hours of those two items, and then also visibility less than 400 meters. So Environment Canada expecting that through the typical snowbelt regions. We do have a snow squall warning right into around Lake Simcoe, east into Keswick, and east from there. Here's the look at the system. So this morning, we did see some residual snowfall into the overnight. Things will taper off in terms of system snow, as I mentioned, but look at these squalls. This is overnight into Wednesday. The model's really picking up on some heavy bands of snow, and we could even see areas like Hamilton get into some snow squalls because if winds shift more of a southwesterly direction along the Erie shoreline, that'll bring in that moisture from that direction. So less than 5 centimeters down through the Hamilton region, 30 to 60 up through Wyerton, up through Owen Sound and Collingwood. So it's a big story. And we'll tell you a little bit more about what's going on in the prairies. Do they have any relief from the cold? We'll let you know. Stay with us. Stormwatch coverage continues.